thousands of beautiful ringlets. Saturn is unique among the planets. All four gas giant planets have rings, made of chunks of ice and rock, but none are spectacular or as complicated as Saturn's. Like other gas giants, Saturn is mostly a massive ball of hydrogen and helium. Distance from the Sun, it is about 900 million miles, nearly 10 times as far as Earth is from the Sun. It takes about 29 Earth years and about 10.7 Earth hours to get to Saturn. The diameter is about 72,000 miles, 9 times the size of Earth. The effective temperature is at negative 288 degrees Fahrenheit.
Galileo Galilei was the first to see Saturn's rings in 1610, although from his telescope they resembled handles or arms. It took Dutch astronomer Christian Huygens, who had a more powerful telescope, to propose that Saturn's rings were actually flat and thin.
Saturn spins faster than any other planet except Jupiter, completing a rotation roughly every 10.5 hours. This rapid spinning causes Saturn to bulge at its equator and flatten at its poles.
Saturn's atmosphere is composed primarily of hydrogen, 96%, and helium, 3%, with traces of other substances like methane, ammonia, acetylene, ethane, propane, and phosphine. Winds in the upper atmosphere can reach speeds of 500 meters a second. These, combined with heat rising from within the planet's interior, cause yellow and gold bands.
Only 4 spacecraft sent from Earth have ever visited Saturn, and 3 of these were just brief flybys. The first was Pioneer 11 in 1979, which flew within 20,000 kilometers of Saturn. Next came Voyager 1 in 1980 and then Voyager 2 in 1981. It wasn't until Cassini's arrival in 2004 that a spacecraft actually went into orbit around Saturn and captured photographs of the planet and its rings and moons. Unfortunately, there are no further plans to send any more spacecraft to Saturn. A few missions have been proposed, including such radical concepts as a sailboat that could traverse the liquid methane lakes on Titan.
Saturn seems to have a hot, solid inner core of iron and rocky materials surrounded by an outer core probably composed of ammonia, methane, and water. Next is a layer of highly compressed liquid metallic hydrogen, followed by a region of helium. This hydrogen and helium becomes gaseous near the planet's surface and merges with its atmosphere. The internal structure of Saturn seems to have a core between about 10 to 20 times as massive as Earth.
The rings of Saturn are composed of billions of icy particles ranging in size from tiny grains to kilometers across. There are 14 major divisions in Saturn's rings, 12 rings, and 2 gaps. These are the D ring, C ring, B ring, Cassini division, A ring, Roche division, F ring, Janus Epiphthalmus ring, G ring, Methone ring arc, Anthing ring arc, Palline ring, E ring, and the Phoebe ring. The F ring is kept in place by 2 moons of Saturn, Prometheus and Pandora. These are referred to as shepherd moons. Other satellites are responsible for creating divisions in the rings as well as shepherding them.
Saturn is a source of intense radio emissions. The radio waves are closely related to the auroras near the poles of the planet. These auroras are similar to Earth's northern and southern lights. The Cassini spacecraft began detecting these radio emissions in April 2002 when Cassini was 2.5 astronomical units from the planet, using the Cassini Radio and Plasma Wave Science instrument. The RPWS has now provided the first high-resolution observation of these emissions that show an amazing array of variations in frequency and time. The complex radio spectrum, with rising and falling tones, is very similar to Earth's aurora radio emissions. These structures indicate that there are numerous small radio sources moving along magnetic field lines threading the auroral region.
they resembled handles or rings.
Although his telescope, they resembled handles. Shit, guys, this is a lot.
Okay.